What is up, you guys? The Fallout What If here, and today I have to be doing What If Deku was in high school of DxD Part 2. Now, here's the thing. You guys said that if I did this, then he would be probably perverted as Mineta. No. You probably misheard me. He's kind of a pervert. He gets into situations where basically he's not doing it, but it just comes to him. You know what I mean? Basically, if how do I say it? If a girl was going through was walking through wet floor, and Deku walks past her or is in front of her, basically what happens is this: the girl will basically, slip and show her, what. So that's how Deku gets lucky. But the girls think he's kind of perverted for doing that, or whatever quirk he has. But here's the thing: a lot of students just have quirks. None of them want to be heroes. And I'm going to say this: let's make Deku. Let's say this: that the high school DxD. Oh, wait a minute. So this has to be wrapped up in a day. You know what? Screw what I said before, alright? Screw what I just said. Here's the thing. The freaking, how do I say this? The high school thing is just teaching all the people how to be heroes. Them actually doing all the stuff is going to be in college, alright? Because I thought about this and I was like, yes, just do it like that. I know it will kind of suck, but or I could do something. I don't know. I still want Deku to go to like the freaking high school and show off what he can do. So yeah, pretty much that's going to probably happen. Now here's the thing. Deku. He's basically going to have, like I said, boosted gear. So yeah, pretty much all that happens. Now, let's get on with the story itself. And go. Now, what happens was this. Deku was walking around until he met a girl who fell and showed her, Snow White panties. And basically all he does is look, blushes for a second and says, you alright? Oh, man. Well, A+. That's what he's thinking in his mind. Now, freaking Azia introduces herself saying, "My name is Azia Argento. That's actually a harder name to pronounce. Azia Argento. Okay, got it. Now, here's the thing. She explains that she is a nun, and Deku is happy for that. And he says, "So, you're new around here?" And she says, "Yes." Deku just telling her, "So, the church is going to be over there. Here, let me just walk you over there because it gets a little weird just going around these streets." And he's feeling a pain, a buzz in his head, on his hand. And what happens is this. He basically freaking walks all the way until it reaches the final point. And Deku says, I have to be going, Azia. I hope we can meet each other soon." She's happy and says, "Yes, I hope we will. Bye, Deku," or Izuku. And he says, "Bye." And basically he runs. And his freaking hand stops freaking, I don't know how to say this, not hurting, or it stops freaking out. Now Rias explains everything, saying that she can't meet freaking Azia, and he says, "But she's a good girl." And she says, "I know she might be a good girl. I'm not telling you that. I'm just saying that you can't be friends with her. Look, Deku. She may not be a bad person, but our situation here is you're a devil, she's a nun. she serves the Lord, and we serve Lucifer. I know this may be hard for you, Deku, and I understand. I know that you haven't been making a lot of friends over the years, and you just found out that you have another 2 friends. Basically, what he's trying to say is this. Deku, for most of his life, probably hasn't made a lot of friends, so making one was something that would have made him happy. But right now, it's just not, it's not meant to be. And Deku just says, I understand, ma'am. And basically, she feels kind of bad about herself because basically, yeah, she kind of like tore up freaking Issei's heart. Deku doesn't see her as anything right now, but Deku just does his own thing. After that, over the next probably 2 days, he starts to do another delivery or another service thing or devil service. And basically he finds out that, you know, the Archduke or the Bishop or whatever you want to call him, or not, a holy priest, has freaking killed and slaughtered everything. Basically, Deku sees this. There's blood on the wall. He doesn't know this just yet until he sees the light. And then that's when he sees Siegfried, or Frigseed, or fudge it. Might as well. So he attacks freaking Deku. Deku gets slashed in the arm, and it hurts like hell. Mind the pun. Now, Deku says, ah, crap. What the heck is this? Wait, is it like that light? And he says, oh, so you felt it before. Well, I'm going to have to kill you and shoot your ugly devil face. So, would you be a dear and just come over here? And I'll just kill you automatically. And basically Deku says, look, I may not be a hero, but I'm still a hero. Or I may not be I may be a devil, but I'm still a hero. I gotta actually remember this. Anyway, that doesn't matter. I still have to destroy you or beat you, whatever I have to do. And he says, oh, really now? Do you think you can kill me? Look at you. You already got slashed in the arm. And all I just did was a basic swipe. Do you really think you want to come over here and have this little orgy with me? Yes, because he's perverted, or he's battle-hardying, or, you know, he's basically perverted. I was going to do, how you say it? Give me a second here. Okay, so I basically found out what happened. Yeah, Deku just basically does the whole thing with punching the arm and just making sure everything's alright. He finds out that he's just a pawn, but he's happy for the fact that he has people who are at least looking out for him. And he says he hopes that he can at least see her one day. And this is now freaking in the present, him getting slashed, but Deku just attacking him again, basically using one for all, or at least, yeah, one for all, or no, full cowling, and trying to punch him, but basically Siegfried is still fast. He's a freak, he's fast enough to handle a knight. Who's the knight? Well, basically, Kiba, I think that's his name is, that's what his name is, Kiba. And yeah, pretty much Deku is getting slashed. Basically, he's getting lots of cuts all over him. Deku is just trying to find a way how to get out of this, but he gets shot in the freaking chest and in the freaking leg. So now he's on the ground. Siegfried's about to kill him. Azia does her thing. And yeah, pretty much Deku is getting mad because Siegfried's toying around and doing stuff to her, which she finds inappropriate and a bit more harassing. Deku gets up, but then his freaking heart starts to go down again, and he just stays there. Now, what happens is this. Deku, the light is piercing, or no, not the light, the freaking holy bullet is going through his freaking chest, and it's hurting the other parts of his body, such as his lungs, his freaking heart, and other arteries. Now, Deku just says he wished that he was strong enough. He wished he was at least strong enough to help her. But all that's happening right now is her crying. And this is when Rias and the gang come up, attack freaking Siegfried. Yeah, attack Siegfried. And guess what? Deku's a little happy for this. But they, freaking Rias and freaking Konako are grabbing freaking Deku. Rias kind of sad because freaking not Konako, because Deku is like in critical condition. Deku says, wait, we have to get we have to get Azia. We can't just leave her here. Look, just take her with us, please. She's not one of them. She may be one of them, but she's not truly one of them. She's not as horrible as the others. She risked her life for me. Come on. And this is when Ria says, I'm sorry, Deku, but we can't. It wasn't made for this. Or her kind wasn't made for this. Look, you probably will see her one day, but not now. And freaking Siegfried grabs her and smacks her in the face. And Deku says, look, we have to go. And they're gone. Now, Deku gets mad. Once he gets up again. He gets so mad that he turns into his boosted gear. Balance Breaker. How? Well, basically he charged up one for all, 100%, going over the maximum, giving him the extra boost he needed to turn into the freaking dragon's, scale mail. Now, guess what? Freaking, he just only turns to it for a good 5 seconds, getting mad, showing his freaking anger. But all that happens is he passes out. Now, Deku wakes up, and basically he's healed. He's all healed up from freaking Rias, and Deku can see much more clearly. Deku's eyesight. Well, basically what happens is this. Deku's eyes turn kind of dragonish. How? Well, his eyes are almost feeling like they're slits. Become almost like that. Now, Deku just feels his butt. He doesn't care. He says, where's Azia? And Rias says, we didn't actually take him with us, Deku. Look, I'm sorry. I know she's being attacked right now, or who knows what else, but it's still not meant to be. And Deku says, I know it's not meant to be, but at least if I get to protect her, that she can go and live her own life. Look, she may not fit in with devils, but she can fit in a society where people can need her, or where people will need her help. And she says, I don't know, Deku. And basically, it's like this. Deku finds freaking Azia the next day because Deku is training even harder. Now, he's training so hard that his freaking body, his muscles itself, is all... How would I put this? Okay. So his body is basically all freaking tired. It's tired out. It has knots in it. Basically, his muscles are cramped. He meets Azia, he gets patched up, and they basically go on their little date. Now, Deku is an All Might fan, and he's happy, telling them, wait, do you want to have, how you say it? Do you like cute plushies? And she says, yes. And Deku says, actually, Kachan showed me this once. He was somebody who I knew back then. We don't talk anymore, but we used to play this game, and yeah, I'm pretty much good at it. So he gets a freaking cute plushie, and basically he gets also an All Might plushie and says, look, you can have this as well. This is the #1 hero, after all. And she says, it doesn't matter if he's the #1 hero. You tried saving me and you risked your life for me. That makes you my #1 hero. And Deku's blushing and saying, Yeah, that's pretty cool, and that's nice. And he just grabs her by the hand and says, "I will protect you." And she's kind of blushing right now and says, Deku, my hand, Deku." And he says, "Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't, you know what, let's go get some burgers." And basically they go eat, do their whole thing, and Deku just, he gets, he's looking at the freaking mirrors while they're sitting down, and while he was looking at the mirrors, he was like, "Oh, that's pretty cool," and then he gets a panty shot that he sees, and he's all like, "Oh, score, I guess." Anyway, so Deku just basically talks with her outside and says that he will declare them to become good friends, best friends. And she says, "But it's not allowed." And Deku says, to hell with that." Again, the puns. They're alive and well. Now, Deku just declares that it doesn't matter. He will protect her at all cost. He will not ever deter from this determination of his. It doesn't matter anymore. Now, Deku just yells out the top of his lungs, "I will be the #1 hero!" And this is when Rainier just talks to freaking Deku, and Deku remembers all the bad things that happened. Now, Deku just tells her, "What do you want? And why are you here right now?" And she says, "Well, it doesn't matter what I want. All I just need is the girl. So, if you would, kindly give her to me." And Deku says, "Like hell I will. Balance breaker." Or, no, wait. How would I, boosted gear. So, yeah, pretty much that all happens. And she says it's a double critical. And whatever his second power is, it doesn't matter. Because all that means is that she will have to kill... Sorry. She'll just have to kill him. And basically Deku says, "I won't let you." And basically says, "Boost." And the dragon just goes, "Boost." Hold on. Boost. Yeah, I'll need some help with that one day. Now anyway. So, Deku just runs at her, and pretty much she stabs him in the back with the freaking light spear. And Deku's feeling this like, what the heck? Ah, crap. Well, no pain, no gain. I've seen All Might before. What's called his wounds are much more deeper than this. And all he just does is says full cowling. So basically he's boosting himself with full cowling and basically boosting himself with the dragon. Now he runs full speed at her again, trying to land a hit, only getting a scratch off her. This is when she says, "Oh, I had enough of you, you insolent brats," and just throws a freaking light spear, exploding. Deku dodging, but still getting some of the energy attacked out, the energy pushed out of him, or he's still attacked. He still feels pain. So all that happens. Now, freaking Azia just says, wait, just look, I'll just go with you, alright? Please, just don't hurt him. And freaking Rainier says, "Alright, fine. I won't hurt him. As long as you come with me, that is." And she says, "Fine, I'll go with you. But you promise not to do anything to him." And she says, "I promise." And basically she goes and says, "Deku, you don't have to protect me anymore. Even though you're my #1 hero, and even if you didn't actually do very well, you tried your best. I guess this is goodbye." And basically, freaking Azia is gone. Deku gets a little more enraged, and he summons boosted gear again. This time, he's not only using that, but freaking full Cowling 100% once again. This changes him even more. You'll find out in freaking what, in a couple more minutes. So basically, freaking Rias was about to slap him in the face, but he sensed the slap coming in, grabbing her arm and says, "Look, as much as you want to slap me right now, I have to save her." And she says, "That's out of the question, Deku. Look, I know you want to save her, but it's not meant to be. Please understand that we're not trying to make you not feel happy, but it's impossible." And he says, "It doesn't matter if it's impossible. I still have to do it. Besides, I would rather be an idiot my whole life than lose." Oh, sheesh. Hold on here, people. Crap. Okay, so you basically heard that. Now, anyway, he says, "I'd rather be an idiot my whole life than abandon somebody for at least for one day." And he runs out of the freaking room. She says, "Kiba, Konako, I know he's right now in a tough spot, but I still need to help him out. Go to him, and me and Akuno will go somewhere else. All right?" And they basically agree. Now Deku is running at full Cowling, let's say 15%. Why? Well, because his body has been going over the limits. Not only that, he also has a dragon to actually monitor his freaking moves. And guess what? He's unlocked, his ultimate freaking hand, as far as I remember. Now, Deku just says, "Look, you guys don't need to. Aren't going to take me back. I still have to go save her." And they say, "Yeah, we know. We're going to help you too." And he says, "Wait, really?" "Yeah, pretty much. You have to, even though you can't go anywhere or." Oh, let's see. Hold on. Okay, back here. Now, even though you can't go over there and, beat her by yourself, you have friends. Not only that, I think Rias was trying to tell you something, but you didn't listen. And Deku just says, "I understand I didn't listen. I'll face the punishment later. But right now, there's somebody I have to save." And Deku just keeps running at full speed. And they catch up later. Now, 10 minutes go by, and all the stuff is going into place. Them fighting Siegfried, and basically Deku, how you say it? Let's see, he promotes himself to Knight, basically making him faster and pretty much good with, basically much more speed. Pretty much it. Now anyway, so Deku opens the freaking door, and he sees Azia right there, and he says, "Azia, wait, what are you doing to her?" And this is when Akuno says, "Oh, you probably don't know this, but her balance, her gear, or how do I say it? I don't know what it's called, but I know it's called, hold on. Okay, boosted gear? Or not boosted gear. It's basically gear, or boosted gear. Now, she is basically on the cross, basically hanged right there, and she's feeling this pain. And Deku says, "I had enough of this." Running towards freaking freaking Rainier, and he just kicks the freaking chain, slashing it into. And after that, Deku just grabs her, and says, Azia, and she's awake, and she says, "Hi, Deku. It's a little fuzzy right now, but how was your day?" And Deku just says, "Save your energy, all right? I'm going to get you out." And basically all that happens. Now, what happens is this. Rainier tries to attack him, but basically Kiba and Konako protect him, and basically he's running away. Now, Deku puts her down to the on the freaking, on the bench, and freaking not Konako, Azia just talks to him, and Deku says this: "Konako, are you still here? Wake up." And she freaking wakes up, and he says, "Look, right now I can't freaking take you anywhere because there's still probably some people there, or anywhere, I don't really know. But you have to stay strong with me. Come on now, wake up." And she says, I wish we met much more sooner, before all this happened. Maybe I wouldn't have joined them." And Deku says, "It doesn't matter right now. What matters is that I got you back. And look, just please stay with me. Come on. Just wake up. We're going to have lots of fun, alright? I'll show you to my mom, and she'll be pretty happy to see you. She's done a bit of, Christian stuff, and my dad, well, he's sometimes like me, but it doesn't matter. Look, you can meet my friends. Well, I only got 2 friends right now, but, they're good people, kind of. And we get to eat. We'll, play around. We'll do all these fun things, alright? But you just have to stay with me, alright? Come on, there has to be some way to get you to wake up." She's saying, "Deku, I think even though I'm supposed to die, meeting you is the best thing ever. Even if it was for at least 2 days." Her blacking out. Deku saying, wait a minute here. Come on now. Please wake up. Please, come on. Smacking her in the face a little bit, saying, come on. And checking her pulse. Azia Argento. Pronounced dead. Deku just starts crying. Crying and crying and crying. His eyes are filled with tears and blood. He's saying, why the hell? Why the hell did she have to die? She was a good woman. She just wanted to help people. And they took her. You took Azia away from me. And this is when freaking Rainier just starts laughing and just says, well, Deku, look at all this. Praying, cursing. This is kind of weird. I never actually saw you to be a holy man. Oh, jeez, Deku. And that little rough and tough attitude you have? Yeah, that's pretty much not going to fly over here. You see, I needed Azia because she had sacred gear. Not only that, it was because she had that sacred gear that I kind of fibbed a bit. You can say it was just to get her sacred gear, but once she found out that
Well, we told her that, this was a place to serve God, and we needed someone like her. Only for her to find out that basically she was going to have to sin. And all that time you gave her that hope. What a hero you are, Deku. You shouldn't feel sad. You should feel kind of happy. You took her on a date, as far as I remembered, and guess what? She was smiling. Oh, but that doesn't matter anymore. She's dead. So will you. And don't worry, I already took care of your two little friends over there up in the, in the basement. So, all is well as that ends well. Now, is there other words that you want to say before you, kick the bucket? Meet your demise. Die. Become deceased. Never see the daylight again. Never set foot on daylight again. And Deku just says, "You're a monster. You are pure evil. Why the hell did I ever think about liking you? A person like Ozia didn't need to die, and yet you killed her for no reason. Why, woman?" And she says, "Look, I didn't have a grudge on her I didn't have a grudge with her. It's just because she had what I needed. And I had to lie to my superiors as well." And Deku said, "You could have found anything else. You could have found some other magic thing or whatever, hocus pocus." And she says, "Nope, that's not how it works. Her sacred gear is made for healing anything. Basically, this could be one of the things that could start a war in the human world's country, or in a country. The power to heal somebody all the way. Who wouldn't want that? Do you think devils, fallen angels are like that? No. We want sacred gear. So, that means we have to take it by force." And then she prays to Azazel, holy light, Shimazay, and Azazel and all that stuff. And Deku says, "But why her? She was still a good girl. It didn't matter what she was. She just wanted to be happy." And she says, "Out of the question, humans or her kind are not allowed to be happy." Why? Well, because they're basically, they're all, how would I say this to you? They're not meant for happiness because they have something that people want. They have something that makes them look much more different. Even in a world where there's quirks, they will still look at you as different for some reason. It doesn't matter to them. But the funny thing was, you just went with her. You basically just talked to her, and you gave her the hope. She probably would have died, and probably that would have been the end of it. But she put up a fight. So, yeah, pretty much it. But now you're going to die. So you'll get to meet her again. Probably in the depths of hell where that whore belongs. Going around with somebody like you? Don't make me laugh. All you wanted was to go with her and get your pole clean." And Deku says, "That wasn't what I wanted. What I wanted was just to be happy. I was actually making a new friend." And she says, "A holy nun and a devil being friends." Now that is funny, Deku. If you would have told me that, I probably wouldn't have gotten bored with that little date of ours. And he says, "It doesn't matter anymore. She's dead. But I'm not going to let her death be in vain." And he basically attacks her. Freaking Rainier gets mad and happy at the same time, saying, well, look at that. You grow a pair faster. Hold on. Well, look at that. You finally grew a pair. You probably would have gotten some if you would have, if you took charge. But you didn't. Well. I can tell you one thing. You're going to at least die a virgin. That's for sure. And she basically throws her holy light spears, and Deku freaking gets them on his kneecaps because he was full of rage. Now, she says, "Ooh, that kind of hurts." Well, it did say that devils, can feel pain. Not only that this was the most harshest, cruelest pain ever. And Deku just grabs them and just throws them away and says, yeah, that doesn't matter anymore. Her scream, her tears, all of that. And guess what? I have to see all that in my head now. If I come back from this alive, I will have to mourn her death every day because it was my fault because I never protected her a damn bit. And he freaking punches Rainier very hard. Why? Well, he's much more faster. Not because of One for All, because of his dragon powers. Oh yes, you'll find out why. Rainier tries to throw another holy light spear, but Deku says, that crap doesn't work on me a second time. And basically breathes out fire, roaring like a dragon. And she says, wait a minute, what? And Deku says, what the hell happened to my throat? My throat feels like it can shoot fire. Wait a minute, it did shoot fire. Huh. Well, that's new. I never knew somebody that had this quirk. Well, it doesn't feel like a quirk at all. It doesn't matter right now. I'm still going to kill you. And he starts running and attacks her, basically punching her so hard in the chest that it basically makes a freaking pop sound in her bones, and there's kind of like a hole in her chest. She falls down. Rias comes by and does her whole thing, and basically this is where Rainier does her whole Yuma thing, and Deku sees this and she says, wait a minute. Why are you doing that? Why are you showing me this? And she's all like, but it's because I wanted to be with you, Deku. Don't you see? You wouldn't let them hurt me now, would you? And this is when Rias has to stop Kiba and probably Konako from doing what she wanted, or from attacking her. And this is when Deku says, you're right. I wouldn't have let them hurt you. And she smiles and says, really, Deku? And he grabs her by her freaking throat. And he says, I wouldn't have let them do this to you if you weren't like this. But it's my time to rise again. It's time for me to show you what I truly am. And he gets mad and roars. These words are foreign to Deku. He wouldn't have said this at all, but one person would. A dragon. And he roars, and fire's coming all the way to her face, basically melting it off and burning it to ashes. Her having no head at all, not even a scream. Now, this is when Deku basically cries and cries and cries. Because Azia, somebody who he could have counted as a friend, as a real good friend, died. But he didn't feel that right now. What he felt was a sense of happiness, a sense of companionship, a sense of hope. What he felt was much more deeper than friendship. What he felt was love. But as all things go, she has to die. And this is when Rias is like thinking, nope, I'm gonna turn her into my bishop. At least I can have a healer now. And he says, wait a minute, what are you talking about? And she says, a bishop. Oh wait, I forgot to tell you about that after you ran off. Well, that doesn't matter right now. I'm going to revive her. And all that stuff happens. Basically, she does, the hocus pocus magic, and Deku sees Ozzy again, hugging her and kissing her on the cheek, saying that she missed him. Or he missed her. Now, this is when freaking Rias gets a little eensy-weensy bit jealous right there, and she's like, wait a minute, but he's my pawn. And he's like, oh yeah, speaking about that, what did you mean about pawn? Hugging freaking Azia and just, holding her, saying, yeah, what do you mean by that? And she says, well, how do I say this? I put 8 pieces inside of you because that's how strong you were. And I made a gamble and I won. So it doesn't matter right now, Deku. Right now, all that matters is we have to go home. And he says, yeah, alright. Azia, let's go. And she says, yeah, right. But his arm does this thing again, saying, boost! And this is when he says, what's happening to me? And Akeno just says this. Oh, did Rias not tell you? You have a boosted gear that made you turn into a dragon, a dragon, or the Red Dragon Emperor. And he says, the Red Dragon Emperor? And she says, yes. But I never knew that you can throw fire. And freaking Rias says, no, he can't throw fire at all. He basically can shoot fire now because of his dragon lungs. Wait a minute, dragon lungs? What do you mean dragon lungs? I don't have dragon lungs. Yeah, I may have the sacred gear, but I was never turned into a dragon. And she says, oh, that's not true, Deku. Remember when you got shot? And he's thinking, yeah. Not only that, you're naked. And she says, that's not the point, Deku. And he says, oh, yeah. She says, oh, no. Rias says, look. You turned into a Dragon Emperor, or basically also known as Scale Mail. Now, what happened was this. You turned into it, but your body completely healed. Well, not fully, but your body had properties of a dragon. So I guess this means that since you're half dragon, you're... oh, how would I say this? You're pretty much half of a dragon now. You don't look like one, but your body parts do. And he says, wait, my body parts do? And he basically freaking opens his pants and freaking sees it and says, alright. That's the one thing I'm gonna keep. And Azia's like, wait a minute, what are you gonna keep? And he's like, nothing, let's just go home. All that good stuff happens. Freaking Rias is coddling Deku, just saying, well, I'm going to be calling you for a very long time, but not too much since our new member will be, a little sad about this. And she's, doing her whole like, dear Lord, forgive me for I've sinned. That's just going through her head, and that's where I'm going to leave it off, people. Anyway, like, comment, do subscribe to the channel here, people. And get your friends to watch this show. Or at least my freaking what if. Now, how did you guys think about the freaking One for All mixed in with the freaking Balance Breaker? And how did you guys feel about the whole freaking him turning into him having scale mail? And if you guys think that that's kind of weird, think of this. Deku hasn't trained hard enough in his demonic magic, so all that happened was this. Drake sacrificed some of his freaking body parts, so now he has dragon lungs instead of human lungs. He has dragon eyes instead of human eyes. One is red, one is green. And let's see, not only that, his bones, some of the bones on his fingers are basically dragon-like, but they're basically human-sized. So yeah, basically Deku sacrificed a lot of his body in order to become the Red Dragon Emperor. And he's going to be meeting the Red Dragon Emperor very soon, kind of like tomorrow. And tomorrow I'm going to be doing what if Deku was, I would say, a caveman. I hope I do that. And also, what if Deku was Batman, the son of Batman, and, you know, had Daredevil's powers. Now, anyway, people, like, comment, do subscribe to the channel here, people. This has been the Fallout, whatever here. Bye. How do I do this again? Shit. There we go.